Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Waha, Waka, Kodash, Yahweh, which is the one and only true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one and only true name is Yahweh Shai. Giving double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who woo well, teach well, who I learned this 100% truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah from the servants of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much in this lesson is going to be titled as brothers that you are in camp with, that you go to camp with, or that is in your camp. Some will leave, some will stay. And the reason why I titled this lesson as that is because this is what is happening right now amongst Israel. You got brothers that's in your camp. They be on court for a while, but then they begin to become sluggard. And it goes from them becoming sluggard to falling out. Again, I have said this many times. There's a shifting going on. So the brother that you were really close with, or a brother that you really know, or a brother you may talk to on a daily basis, he may not stay in the truth for long. He may leave. The Lord might have it that that individual may leave. So don't think that you're going to be around a brother for a long time, or he's going to be in the truth with you for a long time, because it can happen in reverse. It could be you. It could be you. You could be the one to fall out, or that individual could be the one to fall out. But I've seen it. For these past 3 years, I have seen individuals that I've known that were in the truth, and they got sluggard. They got rebuked many times about it. They got on track, but then they start slipping up again. And Salakia for the rambling, but this is mainly directed to you brothers that's claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite, claiming to be a man of the Lord. You have to keep your fire lit. You have to keep doing the works. If you don't have no topics, you don't have nothing to come to mind to go to. Like the elder said, look up stuff. Go online, look at wars, look up many different stuff. Look up stuff. But you gotta stay diligent in the truth. You have to. You got brothers that's falling off. They ain't did no lessons in 13, 14 days. And then you go, you hitting them up. They playing a ducking and dodging demon. They got a ducking and dodging demon. Instead of a Jake coming to an individual saying, look, I no longer want to be a part of a camp. I just want to do my own thing. You got Jakes out there doing the ducking and dodging demon. So we're going to hit some scriptures up. You're not doing lessons. You're calling the brother up, see how he's doing, not answering. So now I have to do a lesson. And you should know who you are if you in this video. Ducking and dodging me is gonna be on you, because instead of you coming like a man talking, you want to go and duck and hide. So whenever the Lord put the spirit on you to come and have this conversation with me so we can talk, then so be it. But if not, we're gonna leave you be. But just know that what you're doing, the Lord is watching you, man. And I'm not going to put nobody on blast, because I don't do that. I don't, say their name. The Lord knows who I'm speaking with. This is Proverbs 13:4. It says, the soul of the sluggard desireth. The soul of the sluggard desireth, and have nothing. And what is the sluggard? Let's look up what a sluggard, right?
Sluggard.
A lazy or sluggish person. A person that is lazy. That's what a sluggard is. You're doing lessons, but then you stop doing lessons. Now, if you get a strike on your channel, that happens. That's totally understandable. That happens. You get a strike, but you can still let brothers know. You can still create a backup channel and let brothers know. Like, hey, this is happening, that happening. But if I'm going on all your channel and your backups, and you just, all your channels is just saying 12 days, 13 days, or month, there's a problem there now. There's a problem there now. Proverbs 13:4, it says, the soul of the sluggard, the lazy, desireth, and have nothing. But the soul of the diligent shall be fat. Diligent. A person that is in this truth 24/7, that's doing the lessons, doing the works, right? Studying to show themselves approved, growing in the ministry, like what Elder Apostle Tahar is saying. If a brother gotta constantly get on you about doing the lessons and doing the work, is what he truly said, Salakia. Like Elder Apostle Tahar said, if you gotta constantly remind an individual on doing the works, then he's not in the truth. He's not a man of the Lord. You gotta cut ties with him and let that individual go. And that's what's happening. We gotta let you individuals go, because you're a grown man. You know, you brothers out there, if you've been in the truth 6 months and up, you know what you are to be doing. There shouldn't be nobody reminding you what you should be doing. You know? So if you a Jake out there that's just not doing no works, you know you're supposed to do it. You claiming to be a man of the Lord. You're not a man of the Lord. Because if you was a man of the Lord, you would be doing the works. Nobody's going to keep calling you and reminding you to do the works. Nobody's going to keep calling you and telling you, hey, man, you got to do this, you got to do that. When you go to work, you do your job. Your boss don't keep reminding you what you're supposed to be doing. You know you'll get fired if you're not doing your job, man. So you got to, like Elder Apostle Rakah said, man, you got to be boiling hot for this truth. You got to be on fire, man. You got to be diligent. But the soul of the diligent, Salakia, shall be fat. And those are the the brothers that's in this thing that's constantly doing the works, right? Watch out for the sluggard demon, man. Proverbs 18:9. He also that is slothful, lazy, because that's what slothful is. Slothful is lazy as well, right?
Slothful.
Lazy, right? Proverbs 18:9. He also that is slothful, lazy in his work is a brother to him that is a waster. And what's a waster? Right? Let's get that out.
Waster.
A wasteful person or thing. You're wasteful. You're not doing the works. You're wasting time, right? You're not doing the works. You're wasting time. You're sitting there not doing anything. You know? You slothful. You start becoming lazy. I ain't doing the works. I don't feel like doing the lesson. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. You know, I want to sit here and watch this TV. This is why you got to battle your flesh. Your flesh tries to keep you from sustaining the truth. This is a spiritual battle between yourself. Proverbs 18:9. He also that is slothful, that is lazy in his work, is a brother to him that is a great waster. And there's a lot of you great wasters that's that's in this thing. I'm not going to say no names. You got Jakes out there that got the slothful demon on them. And I pray to the Lord I don't have that, or any other brother in this truth don't have that. We stay lit, because when you let your fire go out, you become slothful. You have the slothful demon on you. You become slothful. Then you start getting lazy. Then you start not wanting to do the works. Then you're not in the truth. Next thing you know, you find yourself not being in the truth. You don't want to be that individual, man. I just don't get it, man. It's just the Lord, he's probably just putting the spirit on you individuals to just have you fall out of the truth. And I just pray that the Lord don't put us or anybody that I know that's brothers that's sincerely that I know that is doing the works. I pray the Lord keeps us all consistent on fire for this truth. Because I don't know for other individuals. I don't know for them. This is why the Apostle Ramlov said, you got to know why you're in the truth. And Elder Apostle Har even said that. You got Jakes that come to this thing, they don't even have a true purpose or meaning why they're in the truth. They just come to it and just be in it. They don't have a real reason why they're in the truth. They're not sure of why they're in the truth. They just in it. This is why a lot of individuals are starting to fall out. You're starting to see individuals, they were on fire, and then now their lit is out, and they're not doing nothing no more. They're not teaching, they're not doing any of that, because they didn't have a real reason why they're in the truth. I have a real reason why I'm in the truth. Other brothers, you should have a reason why you're in the truth. You can say salvation, but is that really why you're in the truth? Really ask yourself that. Are you really in the truth for salvation? Are you sure about that? Because if you're sure about that, then you should be doing lessons. You should be doing works. You should be tuning into the lives and taking notes from the elders and learning. Being fully committed to this truth. If you're sure that it's about salvation. A lot of us say that I'm in truth for salvation, but you're not doing no work, so you're not making your calling and election sure. You're not doing that. Because 1 Peter 1:10 tells you that. You're not making your calling and election sure. You gotta show the Lord that you're whoever you're proclaiming to be on camera, you gotta show the Lord that 24/7. This is James 1:22. It says, "But be ye doers of the word." You gotta be a doer of the word, man. And when the scriptures say be ye doer of the word, it's not saying from now to the next 5, 6, 7 months, I'm gonna be on fire, but after the 6 months, I'm not gonna teach no more. That's not what the scriptures are saying. The scriptures are saying, "Be ye doers of the word." This is a 24-hour thing, a 24-hour thing. 24 hours a day, you are to be focused doing works, doing lessons. Get 1 video in every day, 2 videos in every day. If you can get in 3 or 4 videos every day, that's even more fantastic than that. We're in the last days, so we got to keep doing works. We got to keep doing works. We got to keep doing lessons. If you don't have a topic, hey, go into the basics, man. Keep it simple. Go into the basics. Deuteronomy 28. So what? Everybody know about that. So what? It's edifying to a sheep out there. You got a sheep out there. You got an Israelite out there that don't know this truth, that may come across your video, could wake up to it. Whatever your gift is, use it. Use it, use it, use it. James 1:22. But be ye doers of the word. You got to be a doer. And not hearers only. Not hearers only. You know, you're on fire for a particular moment. Then you stop being on fire. Then you watching the lives at the Elders Pause Great Millstone. And you're just not doing anything anymore. And then you just fall out. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. There's so many individuals out there. They're no longer in the truth. You don't know where the hell they've been. You got individuals that's in a camp that's under the banner of Great Millstone. They've got kicked out. They let themselves that got kicked out get the best of them, and then they just stop teaching. No, you don't want to let nobody take your crown away. The scriptures say that. You don't want to let no one take your crown away. You individually are working on your own salvation. If you get kicked out of a camp, continually teach. Don't just let somebody kick you out. You get kicked out, and then now I'm not teaching anymore, man. I don't have no other purpose. Because then you didn't have a reason to be in the truth from the beginning. You didn't have a reason why you're in the truth from the beginning. If you get kicked out of a camp, now you don't want to teach no more. Then you didn't have a real purpose why you was in the truth. Because you should still be teaching even if you get kicked out of a camp. You know, and I'm speaking for myself first and foremost, man. James 1:22, it says, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." See? Telling yourself, "Oh, I'm not ready to be a prophet. I'm not ready yet." Or, "Man, I can't do this no more." Because you can deceive yourself before somebody else can deceive you. That's in the scriptures as well. You can deceive yourself before anybody else can deceive you. So you don't want to be telling yourself that, deceiving yourself. "Man, I can't take this no more," or whatever it is, whatever reason that comes upon you. "I'm not teaching no more because of this, because of that." No, you can deceive yourself. You can fall out of the truth deceiving yourself. You know, that ducking and hiding demon, though, that's another thing you want to avoid. Verse 23, "For if any be a hearer of the word," so you listening, you hear the words, you hear the scriptures being brought out through the Spirit, right, from the men of the Lord, through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Shemashai, "and not a doer." So you're not a doer. You're a hearer, you're listening, but you're not doing nothing. It says, "He is like unto a man beholding his natural face into a glass," looking into an empty glass. You have a jar, and you're looking into it, that's an empty glass. That's your works. You have nothing to show to the Lord because you are not doing the works. And if you were doing the works for a minute, you just all of a sudden stopped teaching. That means that the Lord probably took the Spirit from you. Because again, just because you're in the truth, that does not mean you're the elect, man. That doesn't mean you can know Daniel 7 really good. You can know Revelation 14 very well. You can know the secular history very well. You can know the Hebrew very well. You can know all this stuff. And then all of a sudden now you just stop teaching. I've seen it happen recently. I've been these past 3, 4, 5 weeks, this past month, I've seen individuals that were on fire to not even teaching anymore. I've seen individuals that were teaching this word. They got kicked out of a camp recently and they're not even teaching anymore. They haven't been on their YouTube channel in over 2, 3 months. There's a shifting that is going on right now, and it's not funny. It's not funny. It's scary. It's really scary, man. You do not want to let your fire go out. When the slothful demon comes, you should know when you're slothful. When you start having a spirit like you don't feel like doing anything, that's the slothful demon. When you have this spirit of saying to yourself, man, I don't feel like teaching, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like doing that. That's a slothful demon. You gotta rebuke that fucking demon, man. Excuse my French. You gotta rebuke that demon, because it will start to get heavy on you. It will wind up drawing you out of the truth. You don't want that. Verse 24, it says, for he beholdeth himself and goeth his way a straight way, forgetteth what manner of man he was. See? It says a straight way a straight way forgetteth what manner of man he was. Why not falling out of the truth? For an example. Verse 25, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer. You can't be forgetful, right? But a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deeds. So this is about. It's about you glorifying the Lord, showing yourself worthy in the eyes of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, man. Doing the works, right? Cleaving to the Lord. Studying to show thyself approved, right? Consistently being focused on the Lord. Second Timothy 4 and 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. That's what you have to do in this thing. Make proof of thy ministry. You have to show yourself worthy in the eyes of the Lord, man. Regardless of your afflictions, your trials, your tribulations that you deal with on a daily basis, right? How tired you are, you're going to work, and then you getting off work. You know, you don't be feeling like doing nothing, but you know you still got to get something in, man. You still got to teach. We still got to be boiling hot for the Lord. You still have to use your gift. Each and every one of us individually have our own gifts that the Lord gave us, and we have to use them. We have to use them. Wrapping them up in a napkin and then putting it away is going to cause you to fall out of the truth. 1 Timothy 4:14, neglect not the gift that is in thee. Neglect not the gift that is in you. You have a gift that the Lord gave you, and you have to use it. If you're claiming to be a man of the Lord, you have a gift that the Lord gave you, and you have to use it, man. You have to use your gift. It says by prophecy. So it was set up by the Lord for you to have this gift, this spiritual gift that he gave you, man. It says lying on the hands of the presbytery. This is talking about the elders. But you can't neglect the gift that the Lord gave you. The Lord gave you a gift. You are to use your gift. You never know who is out there coming across your videos. This is for the Lord's people, man. 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unremovable, always abounding in the work. That's being boiling hot. It says, be steadfast, unremovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. It says always. It doesn't say sometimes. It doesn't say often. It doesn't say once every other week, once every other month. It says always abounding in the work of the Lord. Always. This is a 24. Always is meaning all the time. All the time. Every day. Always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor, you individually, that's claiming to be a man of the Lord. You on camera, you going to camp every day. You can do all that. That's good. You going to camp every day. You going out there teaching, right? You're doing your lessons. That's good. But you can also wind up falling out of the truth. You don't want that. So you got to be on fire. You got to pray. You got to do these things. I'm speaking for myself first of all. I'm not going to tell brothers what they need to do, and I'm not doing it. It start off with me first. Because when I do these lessons, I direct them to myself first. I got to do this as well. Always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor, you individually as an Israelite man, a so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native American, Indian man, are to work out your salvation. You have to do the work. You cannot get slothful in this thing. Don't get slothful in this thing. Don't be don't have a greedy demon on you. A greedy demon on you. What's a greedy demon? A person that's getting all this truth and he's just not doing nothing at all. That's a greedy demon, because you have all this spiritual food and you're not sharing it. You're not giving it out. You're just holding all this knowledge and you're sitting on it. That's a greedy demon. You want to avoid the greedy demon, the slothful demon. You want to do the works of the Lord. It says that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. See, that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So you always got to be abounding in the work of the Lord. That's that boiling hot. That's that being on fire, man. 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word. The Lord acquires you to do this. He acquires me to do this. We're in this truth for a reason. Preach the word. You are to preach the word. Be instant in season. Be instant in season. Out of season. Out of season. Reprove. Right? Correct? Reprove. Rebuke. The word rebuke means to reprove. Reprove means to correct. Exhort. Courage. With all long suffering and doctrine. With all long suffering and doctrine. These are the things that you have to do as a man of the Lord, man. You being a man of the Lord, these are the things you have to do. Just because you're in the truth and you're doing all these things, that doesn't mean that you're going to sustain to the end. You could wind up falling out. It's why you want to pray without ceasing. You want to pray to the Lord. You want to fast. You want to consistently do all these things. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. There's individuals that is no longer teaching. They haven't been teaching in over a month almost now. 2 months, 3 months. There's a shifting that is really occurring. Psalms 51:11. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. The Lord can take the Spirit from you. If you're getting slothful, or if you're a person that's just not doing anything, you're just sitting there and not using your gift, not teaching, not doing anything, the Lord can take the Spirit from you. The scriptures say men's going is of the Lord. You got to really ask yourself, why are you in the truth? Avoid the slothful demon. You want to be careful for the slothful demon. You want to be careful for that, man. There's a huge shifting going on, man. There's a huge shifting on out there. And it's occurring, and it's just coming everywhere. You got Jakes here falling out. This individual's falling out. That individual out. You had a Jake that had a whole camp. All of them fell out. That can even happen. You could create a camp, and all of those individuals can fall out, including you individually. I pray that happens to none of us. But it has happened. A brother can be out there teaching, start out with 3 guys, and then they get 5 to 6 guys deep. And then next thing you know, you just see each and every one of these individuals just no longer teaching. And then it's down to one guy. He fall out. The whole group fall out. So there's a shifting going on, man. And it's really intensifying, So I had to do this lesson. Watch out for the slothful demon, man. That's pretty much this lesson is going to be titled as. Watch out for the slothful demon. That's what I should have called it. But yeah, you're going to have brothers that you were in the camp with that's going to fall out. It might not be guaranteed that they're going to stay with you in the camp. So you always, I'm not saying to expect that, but just be prepared for that. Because even the elders went through that. They had brothers who they were really tight with. They're no longer teaching. And that's just what happens, man. So, hey, Lord willing, that's what's edifying. Till next time I say, shalom.